Hello. Hello. I hope you can hear me. I can hear nothing. Generally, when I start recording, it says recording in progress. And that's how I know it did not say that. So let me double check my sound preferences, honey. Okay. Miss Girl is picking up sound. Let's talk about the PJs, honey. It is an American adult. Why is this? See, that's my problem. I don't come on here prepared. Because why would I do that harsh light knowing I'm pale this way? Why would I do that? Mm, there we go. The PJs is an American adult animated stop motion black sitcom child created by Eddie Murphy herself, Larry Wilmore, and Steve Tompkins. I didn't show y'all Eddie. We know what Eddie looked like. That's Eddie. It portrayed life in an urban public housing. Oh, this was a cute little project, honey. They're really showing you the best of the best. Modeled after the Cabrini Green housing, honey. They done tore down Cabrini projects in Chicago. The series starred Eddie Murphy and was produced by Imagine Entertainment. D2 white men's. Oh, that's Opie. Oh, yep, by Ron Howard and Brian Grazer. The Murphy Company, which we imagine is Eddie Murphy, and Will Vinton Studios in association with Touchstone Television, seasons 1 and 2, marking the show as Disney's first adult animated series, and Warner Brother Television, season 3. The original run of the series debuted on Fox on Sunday, January 10th, 1999, following the network's coverage of the NFC divisional playoffs, Sunday, the National Football Conference. 2 days later, the second episode aired in its regular Tuesday night time slot, following King of the Hill. Honey, we love us some King. The series ended on May 20th, 2001. The title is an abbreviation for The Projects, if you did not know that, referring to the show's public housing high rise. It's the logo. Summary. 44 episodes aired during the show's run of 2 years and 4 months. Each took over 2 months to produce, owing to the laborious stop motion process. While co-creator Eddie Murphy is credited as the voice of Thurgood Stubbs on every episode, actor Phil Morris says that in some episodes he provided the voice of Thurgood. According to this is Morris, he's done so much. Let me see. Let's get him on the screen. This Morris. According to Morris, Murphy did not want to show up on some days to record the voice of Thurgood Stubbs, so the producers hired Morris to record Thurgood's lines, where he worked in a separate booth from the other actors, allowing the producers to replace Morris's recordings with Murphy's voice in case Murphy decided he wanted to record his dialogue. Child, the scandal. After 2 seasons on Fox, the show moved to the WB in 2000. Its high budget and declining ratings led to its cancellation in 2001. The final 2 episodes weren't aired until 2003. The show aired in syndication for a time on Trio, Fuse, MTV2, and Cartoon Network's Adult Swim. As of 2020, the series is no longer syndicated by other television networks, but is occasionally shown on the ad-supported video-on-demand service Pluto TV. Specifically, on the service's Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud network, and the entire series is available for viewing on NBC's streaming service Peacock. The PJs won 3 Emmy Awards and 1 Annie Award. Is she okay? During its run. Quincy Jones, his son, cute Quincy Delight the third child, Quincy said, I ain't having no blackies. Along with George Clinton, this George right here, honey, Funkadelic himself, produced the theme music for the show. Characters. Thurgood Orenthal Stubbs known as the Super or simply Super, voiced by Eddie Murphy in most episodes, Phil Morris in later episodes, understudied by Mark Mosley, who I don't know. He is the superintendent of the Hilton Jacobs projects and the main protagonist. Thurgood is short-tempered, impatient, not very bright, and suffers from a variety of health issues. He wears a white short-sleeved shirt, blue overalls, and brown shoes. He also has salt and pepper hair worn in a tall style akin to Don King, who we know Don. Bring us Don. Show, here go Don. He looks good in this one. He looks good. Thurgood originally had a black afro, but an accident on his wedding day transformed his hairstyle to its current state. Thurgood is terrified of black rats. I'm not going to hover over that because we don't know what it's going to reveal. As revealed in Fear of Black Rat. Much of the show's humor is derived from Thurgood's unwillingness to repair the dilapidated projects or deal with the many frustrations of leading a community of the urban poor. Despite his laughably poor education, he is shown to be kind and a natural leader when the situation calls for it. His diet is another source of humor, as he prefers fried foods, red meat, and 40s, which is likely the cause of his big belly and other health issues he complains of, such as angina. Oh, no, let's not hover angina. Let's not hover over angina. No, ma'am. Thurgood, throughout the series, has used a variety of interjections in reference to the African-American icons, such interjections are "What on earth a kid?" or "Mother Mary and Barry." Thurgood also let's hover. The legend. If you aren't familiar, be familiar. If you're not familiar, be familiar. Be familiar. Thurgood also makes a background appearance in the Simpsons episode Missionary Impossible as a telethon volunteer, along with characters of other Fox shows, as well as on a manhole cover in the Futurama episode, The Luck of the Fryish. We love Futurama around here. In tribute to that, an episode of the PJs featured Futurama character Philip Fry on a missing person poster. They said, "I like you, you like me. Let's put each other on our shows." Muriel Stubbs Warren, voiced by Loretta Devine. Oh, we love us some Loretta Devine around here. Yes, we do. Thurgood's wife and the show's voice of reason. She wears a pink sweatsuit with the word Paris on it, which she got on a trip to Paris with Don King. And pastel pink shoes. Muriel has a sister named BB Ho, played by the legendary Honey, the mother of Black Hollywood, Jennifer Lewis, who is married to another tenant. Muriel and BB were likely raised in Alabama during the era of school desegregation, as evidenced by Muriel's having met her state's governor when she attended an all-white high school. However, Muriel attests that the only reason she got to meet the governor was because he was blocking the school door. Terrible, terrible. Florence Normandi Avery, Miss Avery, honey, crotchety old Miss Avery, voiced by the late and great Janae Dubois. You know we love us some Janae Dubois. I forgot to hover over Loretta Devine. Here's Loretta Devine. She's an American actress and singer. But yes, Janae Dubois, a senior citizen who bullies Thurgood throughout the series. Yes, she does. She, like the other tenants, hates him with a passion because he never fixes her rundown apartment. A retired con artist, Miss Avery often tells random and inappropriate stories of her past as a grifter. She suffers from numerous ailments and has had multiple strokes. The way I was going to say different strokes for different folks. I'm terrible. Florence keeps a loaded shotgun with her name, Miss Jones, with her named Miss Jones, which she used to shoot Thurgood, the garbage man, the mailman, and the helicopter, as well as using it as a general threat to get her way. It was later revealed that she had not become impaired by the fall in the elevator shaft, but was lonely and seeking companionship. Lucky. Miss Avery's beloved pet dog that is seen in a lot of episodes. He got his name from being shot 3 times by Miss Avery's shotgun. One time because Thurgood let him in, and then 2 more times to be sure he is Lucky. Thurgood gave Lucky to Mrs. Avery to get out of taking care of her after he caused her to fall down the elevator shaft. Lucky is probably the only living creature that Miss Avery shows affection and love to. Calvin Max and Juicy Hudson, both respectively voiced by Crystal Scales and Michelle Morgan. You can read up on her child. 2 children who are best friends and idolize Thurgood, and we don't know why. Calvin is a thin and intelligent boy, while Juicy is overweight and slow-witted, where he has Calvin and Thurgood as a surrogate family due to his parents being shut in, because they is fat. Juicy is often made to wear a sign stating, "Please do not feed," when he leaves his apartment. Despite appearing dim-witted, Juicy has displayed virtuoso level talent in cooking, painting, and automotive repair. In late episodes, they are rival admirers of Sharik. Smokey, voiced by Sean Michael Howard, who I always thought was Damon Wayans, because he sounded like Damon Wayans. And he kind of looked, the Smokey character looked kind of like him. Anyway, a homeless crackhead whose antics often anger Thurgood. His real name is Ellister, but he was referred to as Mr. Crackhead and Mr. Crack in the first 3 episodes of the series. In one episode, it is revealed that Smokey used to train fighting rats under the name Ratman Provost, a reference to Scatman Provost. Here he is. He is often insulted with the phrase, "You damn stupid crackhead," by Thurgood. This phrase results in a stand-up comedy act with Smokey and Thurgood in one episode. Smokey later quits drug use by season 3, but is still homeless. Despite his homelessness, as well as his tendency to steal from tenants whenever possible, Smokey is considered a part of the project's community by most residents. Jimmy Hope, voiced by Michael Paul Chan, right here, who has been in so many things, honey. I was just watching him in The Closer. I was just watching last night. A Korean tenant who considers himself a part of the African-American community. He is married to BB, making him Thurgood's brother-in-law. Jimmy frequently uses urban or ghetto phrases. Now, ghetto comes from the Jewish community, but they make it Black, they being the white people. Colloquialisms, honey. When he speaks, and also speaks of himself as a Black person, much to Thurgood's frustration. I mean, honestly, he Korean, so may as well. BB Ho, need warrant, voiced by Jennifer Lewis, the mother of Black Hollywood. My mother does a phenomenal Jennifer Lewis impersonation. Now, I got my Loretta Devine down. I do me a wonderful Loretta Devine, but my mama can eat up a Jennifer Lewis. Muriel's loud and obnoxious sister. She dislikes Thurgood extremely and has a jealous feud. Sibling rivalry. I was like, what would this be? With Muriel. Is it Muriel? Whatever. BB appears to have had an active dating / sex life, having slept with most of her high school teachers and an exotic dancer the night before her wedding, honey. Scandal. Jimmy Ho is her 5th husband. Child, I'm telling you. I have to take a moment to pause and say my favorite BB line is, "I can't believe my own sister would go around telling vicious truths about me." Sickening. Garcelle Dupuis, Haitian lady. I didn't know she had a name. She was just Haitian lady. Voiced by Cheryl Francis Harrington. What has she been? She was Phoebe's interview on Friends in the 4th episode of the 4th season. Because, in the 4th season, they say, "Oh yeah, Black people exist." Queen of the Hilton Jacobs Project and a Haitian immigrant. Her powers, though highly potent and proven in the episodes You Go-Kart and Cruising for a Bluesin', are rarely seen in action. Examples of her powers is when she literally drives the go-kart built by Thurgood, Calvin, and Juicy to hell and back She also summons a Cyclops to scare Calvin and Juicy after they disrespected her and Mrs. Avery. Garcelle also often, includes Thurgood's anger for regularly clogging her toilet with paper towels. He is generally unfazed by the animal parts and voodoo accessories she flushes with the paper towels, however. He don't care because he ain't fixing nothing anyway. Emilio Sanchez, or simply just known as Sanchez, voiced by Pepe Serna, who is, I'm assuming, this man. Maybe this man. Who knows? Thurgood's luckless Cuban friend. He speaks with an electrolarynx because of years of smoking, child. But it was implied in the episode Haiti Sings the Blues that Haitian lady may have used her voodoo powers to cause that. She may have. Emilio, I didn't really know he had a first name, to be honest. Emilio wanted to become an opera singer. He often expresses sadness over his dead wife, Esperanza, God rest her soul. Sanchez wears a blue and white trucker hat with Nevada written on the front, which he accidentally bought in California. Walter Burkett, voiced by Mark Whitmore, was a television producer, writer, and actor and comedian who did these shows here. The neighborhood parole officer with a past as a crooked cop, honey, aren't they all? His past is regularly alluded to, as many people around the projects owe him favors or are subject to his blackmail. In the Christmas episode, How the Super Stole Christmas, Walter arrested a thug for stealing an old woman's purse, but kept the thug locked in his trunk rather than call the police. He also once helped Thurgood get into prison for free dental care and is shown to be willing and able to blackmail judges and business owners. Walter also portrayed in many episodes, such as Haiti and the Tramp, to be a sexual deviant, most likely a result from admitting to growing up in a whorehouse, child, like Billie Holiday herself, revealed in Bougie Nights. These titles. In an episode where Thurgood makes up a ghost story to scare Calvin and Juicy that refers to a non-extant monster, I'm struggling, as the bastard son of 1,000 maniacs, Walter turns to Thurgood and wails, "I told you that in confidence." Tarnell, voiced by James R. Black. This is James himself. Is that a goal too? Let's click. It's just a shine. I was like, come on, but it's not. The local street corner hustler who Thurgood usually turns to when he needs something unusual. He speaks most entirely in street slang, which Thurgood usually misunderstands, leading to Tarnell delivering the wrong items. Rosterman, voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, right here. Is he still living? I feel like he passed away. No, he's living. Thank God. A Jamaican resident and stereotype of a marijuana smoker. He is seen in early episodes as a walking smoke cloud and then absent from most later episodes. Papa Hudson and Mama Hudson, voiced by Kevin himself again, and Cassie Davis, honey, Bam, Ella and Bam, Juicy's parents. They are morbidly obese and confined to their apartment because Papa Hudson is so fat, we usually only see his arm and stomach through the door or window. In the episode Bougie Nights, Papa's face is shown for the first time. In the episode What's Eating Juicy Hudson, Papa leaves the apartment for the first time. In the episode Boys in the Woods, Papa is confirmed to weigh more than half a ton. Because of the Hudson's obesity, Juicy is tasked with performing most household functions for the family. HUD lady, voiced by again, Ella Bam. The receptionist at HUD, honey, the Department of Housing and Urban Development. She is always seen through frosted glass, who always refuses to give Thurgood what he wants. She has an attitude, and I live for it. Despite her unwillingness to help Thurgood do his job, the HUD lady is surprisingly friendly to Mariel and is willing to grant Thurgood's request after hearing them from Mariel. And it's true. She be like, "Hey, girl." Her trademark phrase is "next," which she is at the end of most sentences directed at Thurgood. She is referred to as LaShonda by the postman. Her son's name is Chevron, and her sister's name is Latrine, and her daughter's name is Lasagna, period. She represents the stereotype of faceless, underfunded, and uncaring bureaucracy upon which HUD residents depend for their supplies and guidance. Shariq, voiced by Wanda Christine, appearing in later episodes. Shariq is a beautiful teen runaway who comes to the project after her uptown parents are jailed for investment fraud. Beloved by Calvin and Juicy, she moves in with Mrs. Avery. Babs and Deshawn. Babs and Deshawn are addicted to crack and live on the streets like Smokey. Even though Babs speaks, it always seems to be like an animal screaming, but Smokey is the only one that can understand her. Babs is also portrayed as a hooker, and He's Gotta Have It. Smokey announces to Babs that she has a customer when Thurgood brings up sex. Deshawn never speaks and is usually seen with Babs and Smokey. Smokey also mentioned that Deshawn has tuberculosis and Hugo Cart. Ain't that didn't that kill? Was that Booker T. Washington that died of tuberculosis? And has a diet of rats in fear of black rat. Also, whenever Smokey forgets to say something, either Babs or Deshawn whisper to him what to say, as seen in You Go Kart and Let's Get Ready to Rumble. Nula, a girl that probably is Calvin and Juicy's classmate, which Juicy has a crush on, although she does not approve of his crush on her. Period. Locations. Thurgood and Mariel's apartment. A below street level apartment is the front of the building. Front of the building and courtyard. Most outdoor scenes take place here. Thurgood and Sanchez occasionally play chess on the table in the corner of the courtyard. Boiler room, the room where Thurgood comes to plan ideas or relax with a 40 and his collection of Jet magazines. God rest his soul, honey. Jet mag, who is this on the cover? Not the Weekly Negro News magazine, honey. I don't know who is Aquanetta, girl. Not Hollywood's Jungle Girl. Is that a white lady? Or is she just light-skinned? Whatever. It was briefly a beauty salon for Muriel and BB in Weaves Have a Dream. In one episode, it also features a nuclear reactor that powers the projects. The Roof, not the Mariah Carey song. A variety of events and activities that take place here, including the community garden, as seen in Haiti Sings the Blues, and a gumbo cook-off and Operation Gumbo Drop. Street corner. This is where Thurgood usually meets Tarnell and gets items he's after. HUD building. This is where Thurgood comes to get equipment for the building. The front sign features a number of cynical HUD slogans that change in each episode. Porno theater, an old dilapidated movie theater located near the projects. We all have one. Thurgood bought it with the intention to fix it up, but accidentally bought a dirty movie on opening night, child. Hilton Jacobs' penthouse, season 1, episode 6. Thurgood discovers a penthouse in the building. Here are the episodes. You may read it at your own leisure. You may pause and read it whenever you're ready. Here's home media, same, you may pause and read it whenever you're ready. And syndication as well as soundtrack, you may pause and read them at your own leisure. As for me, my favorite episode of the PJs is the one where Thurgood becomes a preacher. And he gets saved, honey. And he says, 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. Why? Because it's Jesus. 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. Why? Because it's Jesus. 97 bottles. He goes on for a while. Anyway, thank you for joining us, honey, on TV Thursday. We've talked about the PJs, projects, low rent, high rise, y'all. PJs, yeah. Projects, living in the pre-Js. See, I always mess it up. I always do. Anyway, thank you for joining us. I'll call y'all back next week to talk about some child. I don't even know. Some know. Not this little... this loose hair, honey, causing a struggle in the background. Anyway, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what TV shows y'all want to talk about, and I'll call you. Peace.